All right, everyone, we are back with Teddy's historic content.
We're back! We are back!
We are definitely back. As you can tell, Teddy is excited and ready. We've been listening. We've been reading the comments. And this week we have for you guys is the best defensive fighters in boxing history. So, not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right into it. Going to switch it over to you, bud. Your list, best defensive fighters in boxing history.
And you guys better love it. I hope you love it. I hope you love it. I do. I think it's a great list. I think it's a great subject, a great category. The greatest defensive fighters in the history of the greatest sport ever. The sport that's been around longer than any other sport. In the history of sports, boxing. You can't have the sweet science without the sweet. And the sweet is the defense. That's the sweet. So what better subject, what better category? Again, I was thinking the greatest defensive fighter. So without further ado, let's get started with number 10. Let's build our way up. We're not doing the bald-headed fighters. Bald-headed, we started from the head down because it was the head. But not now. This is defense. We'll start down, we'll go up. All right. Number 10. Now, if you're on this list, you're great. Because it was hard to get on this list. And there was a lot of people that I almost cried over. Not putting on this list. Cried. Vasily Lomachenko. Several weight class world champ, two-time Olympic gold medalist. One of the very few people to win a world title after only 2 pro fights. Loma won it in his 3rd pro fight. And very few fighters was technically sound while they combined pressure, offense with great defense. Yes, he truly practiced the hit or the art of making you miss and making you pay. Head movement and legs were his ticket to getting this done. His ticket to fame. Number 9. Remember, back in these days, the heavyweights were smaller. The football players were smaller. The baseball players were smaller. Everybody was smaller. But they were still great. They were great. And there was only 8 champions. And there was only 1 heavyweight champ. Only 1. That's pretty special. Gene Tunney, heavyweight champ. You didn't or you couldn't beat a puncher and finisher like the Manasseh Mauler Jack Dempsey if you didn't have great legs and a great defense. You couldn't do it. Dempsey was one of the great punchers, great finishers in the history of the game. Great left hook. Dempsey dropped him in the first fight. Yeah, the famous long count fight. Dempsey dropped him. And you know what happened afterwards? Dempsey's still looking for Tunney. Still can't find him. Still looking for him. Chasing him around the clouds up in heaven. Still chasing. Come here, Gene. Come here. Come here. I want to hit you one more. Come on. You never gave me a chance to put another one. Number 8. Don't forget how good this guy was before he got heavy. Before he put on a lot of excessive weight. Who hasn't put on extra weight? Really? Come on. But he put on weight. He went up in weight class. He put on a lot. And we shouldn't forget how great he was at middleweight. James Toney, middleweight champ. In his prime, he was as technically sound a fighter as you could find. And yes, that also meant that his defense was great. Number 7. Yeah, where's my man out there? Show yourself, please. I love you. The guy that always says that I bring up the 1700s. It's really the 1800s, by the way. I don't go past the 18, okay? But where are you? I haven't heard you. We love you. Come on forward. I want to make you happy, okay? The great Slapsy Maxie Rosenblum. Light heavyweight champ, 300 fights. And he was the inspiration for Cus D'Amato to invent his peekaboo style. A lot of people don't know that. You know it now. As Cus said, he could stand in front of you and you couldn't hit him in the backside with a handful of buckshot. That's pretty good. That is pretty darn good. Slapsy Maxie Rosenblum. Yeah, he wasn't a big puncher. Number 6. You better have a good defense if you're not a big puncher. Number 6. Oh, in his prime as a middleweight. And he went beyond middleweight, several weight classes. But Roy Jones. Roy Jones. Yeah. He had so much talent. I mean, he was hard to hit because of his great reflexes mixed with his timing and speed. Once they began to leave him as he aged, things dramatically changed. But I do not forget, just like the great song. See, I don't forget the greats. I don't forget. And this is for you guys. I just want to throw a little special something in there. The great song sang by Barbra Streisand from the movie, The Way We Were. Here's a quick little verse. Memories, like the corners of my mind, misty colored memories of the way we were. That's about as far as I'm going to go. And I only went that freaking far because I love Roy Jones. Okay? All right. Number 5. Another man I love. And I feel bad he's not here with us. He left us way too soon. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, multiple division world champ, Olympic gold medalist, and at times he was like trying to hit smoke. And he was as sweet a boxer that you could ever see. Sweet Pea. And a sweeter person. All right, number 4. Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather. You don't get to fight 50 fights and fight when you're 50 or 60 or 70 or whatever he decides to fight till. God bless him. Unless you got a good defense. Floyd Money Mayweather. They say in golf. Oh, this is a good one. They say in golf, you drive for show and you putt for dough. My son tells me that all the time. Well, Floyd rang the cash register by keeping you off the greens and making his putts. He was the Tiger Woods of boxing. Yeah. Defense, baby. Number 3. Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali, because I had to use the old name because before he changed his name to Ali and up until his 3.5-year exile from the sport, as Cus D'Amato would say, the only time you touched him was in the center of the ring when the ref made you touch gloves. That was it. Goodbye. See you later. Number 2. I know there's a wise guy out there. I know it. And I love you. My son is laughing. I know there's a wise guy out there saying before he saw the list, oh, I know who's going to be on the list. So what? What does that make you? The Mason Kreskin? Well, so what? You know boxing. Good. Good for you. Yeah, I got Willie Pep on there. Yeah. Willie the Wisp. Will the Wisp. Featherweight champ, 300 fights. You cannot have 300 fights without a superior defense. And you cannot gain a nickname of Will of the Wisp without defense. Not to mention winning a round one time without throwing a punch. Enough said. Yeah, you're going to see Willie the Pep. You're going to see Willie Pep and in another list, okay? So get ready. Okay. Love you guys. Number 1. This is going to shock some people. Doesn't shock me. No. the first black heavyweight world champion ever, and a pioneer who brought defense to the forefront of this sport, combining counterpunching and defense. Jack Johnson. Before his time. Yeah. Before his time. Yeah. Yeah. How you like that list, bud?
I loved it. I love the list. I love all of these lists. I really enjoy it. I'm always learning. I'm always eager to hear some of these names. And it was nice to hear James Toney in that mix.
Yeah, I want to just say, and then I'm going to ask for something I don't ask for too often, but my criterion. I want to explain to the people my criterion. I've done this before with other lists, and you should know my criterion. My criterion for this list, obvious, is elusive abilities, but it's got to be for a consistent period of time versus top competition. That's my criterion. You have to have done it for a long period of time in your career, not for 10 minutes, and you had to have done it against top guys. Top guys. And that's this list. And I even talked to the great Mike Silva about this list. And I put my own list together, but I wanted his thoughts on it. And he's one of the great historians in this great business. He's got some great books out there, by the way. If you love boxing, you should read some of his books, Mike Silva. But I even, there's not too many people, there's really no one that I'm going to go and ask their opinion, to be honest, in my sport. That's not braggadocious. That's not being conceited or being an idiot. I try not to ever be that. I know that I have a lot of things I'm not too good at, but my opinion in the sport is my opinion. I trust my opinion from 50 years in the business. But Mike is one guy that I let him know, and I talked to him about it, and he concurred with me on a lot of these. Not all of them, but a lot of these. So I appreciate that. So I want to hear your list. I know I don't do this too often, Bud, but I again, full transparency on this. When I told you my list, I think it was yesterday, getting ready for today, you mentioned a few, which you always do. I love your feedback. You mentioned a few that you thought, and I got to, again, full transparency. We always got to be honest, even when it might not be easy to do that. But when you said a couple of the names, I immediately said, oh my God, I lift them off the list. But I can't go and steal. I was tempted to steal them from you. I'll be honest. I was tempted to steal them and add a couple of them in. But no, we don't work that way. We do not work that way. So give me your list because I thought it was great. Like I said, it made me think, oh man, I forgot some guys.
Yeah, I thought there will be a little crossover from my list. Usually I just throw in some names at the end, but I'm ready to give a full list. And now doing a full list, I realize your problems every week, how hard it is. It's hard enough to come up with the names with leaving somebody out, let alone ranking and stacking them in an order. But I'm going to try, and here we go. So at number 10, I threw in an active fighter. I have Shakur Stevenson. Talk about the skills. You talk about the demeanor, the legs. I think he's the best in the business doing
100%,
it right now.
100%.
Number 9, Bernard Hopkins. You got to be special in a lot of ways to fight until you're 50 years old at a world-class level and be a world champion at that age. He did it. His defense was one of the reasons, in my opinion, why he was able to go and have that longevity in his career. So number 9, Bernard Hopkins. Number 8, Nicolino Loche. You talked about it with Maxie Slapsy Rosenblum. Not a lot of power. Well, only 14 knockouts and 117 wins. He's only lost once. Nickname was Untouchable. Had to put him on the list. Number 8.
He didn't only lose once.
I'm sorry. He only lost. You're right. He lost 4 times. He only lost once by knockout. Is what
That's right.
meant to say.
And that's what's important.
Yes, and I'm glad you corrected me there because I did misspeak. So that was number 8. We're gonna go to number 7. You mentioned one 2-time Olympic gold medalist champion in Lomachenko. Here's another one, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Cuban standout.
How could I forget him? I called a lot of his early fights on ESPN.
Yeah, great defensive fighter, great counter puncher. He's number 7 for me. Crossover here, number 6, Roy Jones Jr. Anybody who could mimic a rooster and put his hands behind his back, make you miss, and then make you pay, he's got to be on the list. That's Roy Jones. All right, we're going to keep it moving. So number 5 for me, and I am shocked you did not have this man on your list, a defensive master. And I know why he wasn't on your list. I think it's because of you being humble. This is a man that you trained. This is a man you said is one of the best fighters that you ever trained. Wilfred Benitez.
100%.
Number 5. Number 4, Vasyl Lomachenko, The Matrix. You talked about the reasons why. Couldn't agree more. He's got to be on the list. Number 3, you said Cassius Clay and the reasons why. I say Muhammad Ali and the same reasons why. He's special. He's got to be on any list I feel like I'm going to do a top 10 for, especially defensive with the Ali Shuffle. Number 2, I really struggled. I was going to make him number 1. One of my favorite fighters of all time growing up, Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea. You said it was like trying to fight smoke. It really was. I never saw anything like it as a kid. It always sticks in my mind watching the highlights of the great Pernell Whitaker and how much we miss him. And then number 1, Floyd Mayweather. Undefeated. I've seen this guy pitch more shutouts and perfect games or no-hitters than any other fighter out there. For me, he's my number 1 best defensive fighter of all time. And I'll throw in one more just for an honorable mention. I know you always talk about how hard it is and somebody's got to miss the list. There's a few more. I'm sure we can name plenty. But I thought of Winky Wright. It was hard to land a flush, clean shot on him with that high guard.
He blocked everything.
He blocked a lot of them. Yep, maybe even absorbed some of it, but didn't take the full, clean shots. So just wanted to throw in Winky as well. But I don't know if it matches up to your list. I don't have any guys from the 1800s. I think I went into the 1960s or 70s there.
Great
but
list.
yeah, that's my top 10.
You did yourself proud, kid. Did yourself proud, kid. Did me proud. And listen, we want to keep this as tight as possible, so I'm going to run off a few that didn't quite make it, that killed me not to make it. You named a bunch of them already, but Charlie Burley, I mean, the middleweight, he's like a mystery guy. I mean, he's a legend. I mean, this guy never stopped at 97 pro fights. He was special, and the great Mike Silva concurred with that. The old Mongoose, Archie Moore. Over 200 pro fights. He invented the turtle defense. I'm going real fast. James J. Corbett, heavyweight champion, the first boxer to fight under the new rules of boxing, the Marquess of Queensberry. He laid out the template for future fighters to see and study, how to deploy defense inside the square circle with the art of great footwork. Harold Johnson, light heavyweight champ, great fighter, great defensive fighter. And this guy probably never gets mentioned. He deserves it. Chris Bird, he was a heavyweight champion. Man, the guy was small. He couldn't punch. He moved up from the amateurs in the middleweights, But you couldn't hit this guy, but I know Ikabuchi got him at the end, but man, he beat a lot of giants just because you couldn't hit him. And Billy Conn, I think I had to mention him, great light heavyweight champion, great. When he wanted to, he could box as good as anybody. That's it.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun as always. Always enjoy your historic content list. I hope all the viewers out there did as well. And as usual, guys, let us know who we missing. Who do you guys have as your best defensive fighter? Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back again in the future with more of Teddy's historic content.